So the process and procedure to fire an employee are pretty standard, or should be pretty standard, in whatever company you work for. And essentially, I believe that we need to be very clear with our employees what the expectations of the job are. Right off the bat, it is not fair, I believe, to fire someone for things that they don't understand that they're doing wrong. So, if you've not been clear on your dress code, if you've not been clear on what the time to work, your work times are, if you're not clear on what the expectations of the individual job are, how can you expect someone to meet those expectations? So be very clear on what the expectations of the job and what your company, and the expectations of your company are. Having said that, if the employee cannot meet those expectations or refuses to meet those expectations, I think your first step is to coach. Tell them what it is that you need from them. Give them the opportunity to improve. If they choose to not do that, then your next step is to put it in writing. It's always a good idea to jot down, when you have a conversation with an employee, what it was about, what the outcome was, and you put it in your file. If your company has a formal documentation process, take advantage of that. And write down when you've had that meeting with that person. Give a person a copy of whatever discretion it is that they've been a party to. And if they find that they can't improve or won't improve, then you have the responsibility to separate with them. And I don't mean to sound harsh about that, but many times it's not just about that employee. That employee is impacting the work of everyone around them, and they may be impacting the customer experience. So sometimes the kindest thing that you can do is separate someone who is not working out and bring in someone who can do the job more effectively. Now, the procedures and process will differ from company to company in this sense, where at the company I work at, we remove someone from the schedule. We bring them back. A manager must do the separation. We document it. We return keys and information and things like that. And then the person must get their paycheck in the state of California within 72 hours. So we're what we call a quick pay state. So in other states that's a little different. In other workplaces, it might be an assistant manager that does separations, or it may have to go up to a senior level depending on someone's tenure. So that might change. But the thing that you need to know about separating someone is it should never be easy. If it gets easy to fire somebody, then you're in the wrong job. It should always be fair. You should always separate someone on basis of fact and because it's the right thing to do. And make sure that that person feels as if they've been treated with dignity and respect. And then you have a responsibility, again, to take care of the people who continue to work in that place.